Okay. Yours. Right, off to a great start. Perfect. This will be fun.
How are we? How was it?
No, that was not it.
Are we getting the sign in?
Oh, you've.
Or not?
Yeah, no.
There was a question.
Very moving. Okay.
I looked a bit weird, but it's.
We all do.
Okay, good. Just no, but like on purpose.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
I did that as well on purpose.
Oh. I thought that just came naturally to you.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, test.
Turn us up a
Hit
bit.
me,
Is that fine with you?
baby, one more time. Yes, that was a yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So Britney Spears is yes.
Yes.
Christina Aguilera is no.
Exactly, Sarah. I'm a genie in a bottle, baby. Come run with, honey. Yeah. Okay.
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 Do you want to go first with a quote, or shall I?
Has it ever happened that you both have the same quote?
No, but at some point it's bound to happen because we just go on a website like crimequotes.com.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'll occasionally look up the quote section on IMDb.
Oh wow.
For so whenever I see, actually I'm just going to change this setup a bit so I can be a bit more open towards you. So whenever I see like a crime-related film, I'll be like, oh, I'll check the IMDb quote section, see if there's anything good in there. Usually not. I'm sorry. Okay, we are live in 3, 2, 1. I've tried to escape. Always to escape, he said, as a bird does out of a cage. Is that unnatural? Is that a great crime?
To have once been a criminal is no disgrace. To remain a criminal is the disgrace.
And that's welcome to How Do I Rob This, the podcast where we plan the perfect heist. My name is Sebastian Weisberg. With me is...
Judith Shoemaker.
Yes, still filling in for Oscar Brown, who is...
Poor guy.
Yes, I mean, get well soon, honey. Mm-hmm. Get well soon. You'll probably still be on crutches when this podcast is released. Not a podcast-related injury, I might add. But anyway, we two are back in the Heist Lounge. This is How Do I Rob This, the podcast where we plan the perfect heist. So every episode, one of us will come up with something to steal or someone to steal from. And then we'll just, casually go about planning the perfect heist. Sometimes fact-related, sometimes comedy-related. As always, we've got 3 rules. Number 1, we always have to get away with it. Number 2, we do not kill people. And number 3, we only steal from people that deserve to be stolen from.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Okay, so I didn't bring a topic today.
I know, I had to.
Yeah,
I was very excited. So the thing I brought to steal... I really felt like I wanted to sabotage something this year. And that made me think. And so I want to sabotage what could be the most important elections of this year.
Oh, nice. I see where this is going.
So I want to steal something big.
Okay.
Something very big.
So it's the Pornhub porn star of the year.
Nearly. Can you think of anything?
I mean, So I'm presuming you talk about the U.S. presidential elections.
Yes, I am talking about that.
They seem to be everywhere on the news right now. I'm rooting for Corona 2020.
I thought about stealing masks today. Actually, I was thinking about it, but I was like, God, no, we can't also.
I was going to make a joke about that on social media. Then I realized we don't have followers on Twitter, or barely any, and I thought it's written jokes don't really work on Instagram, which is why my Instagram does not tend to work that well, because it's mostly written jokes. I try at SM Weisbach.
Yeah, I just wanted to say he's funny. He is funny on Instagram.
Yeah, thank you, at Judith Shoemaker. Anyway, shameless self-promotion aside. Yeah, no, but I thought about that. But Corona, it's not going to be topical a month from now.
Yeah, and also everybody's talking about it, so I didn't want to opt into the mainstream media.
Yeah.
We're different.
We're not like the mainstream media. Yes, This is like Fox News, unbiased.
Okay, yeah. So something to do with the presidential elections. I want to sabotage it.
Wait, the Electoral College?
No. No.
What is it?
Quite.
Okay, is it bigger than a bread box?
Oh God, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's probably 1,000 times a bread box or something.
Is it 1,000 bread boxes?
Yes. No. Okay. It's a means of transport. Okay.
Is it the Air Force One?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I like that. Yes. Good. Yeah. Okay, good. I think, I feel like I'm already qualified to do this heist because I have seen the film Air Force One with Harrison Ford and Gary Oldman. Do not watch that film. It probably has aged poorly. And it probably wasn't that good to begin with.
When was that? In the 90s?
I think that was peak Clinton era.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, and we're going to steal the Air Force One.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea. Okay. I warned you about not doing too much research in advance.
I didn't do any research.
Okay, yeah.
Basically.
Fine. There's one thing I know about the Air Force One, though. The plane isn't called Air Force One. Air Force One is a code name for whatever plane the president is on.
Oh.
But yeah, that aside, we'll steal the thing.
Yeah, we definitely
colloquially
have to.
known as Air Force One. Do you have a name for the heist? Or is that something we should come up with during a research break? Okay, it's good. Yeah. Okay, then we can get into a research break. Yeah, I'll do the true crime segment in the meantime because I've prepared quite a fun true crime.
Yeah, then do that.
Okay, but I'll halt the recording because otherwise I'll have to fix this in editing, and I hate to do that. Just things.
Yeah.
Okay.
You ready?
Ready in 3, 2, 1. And this is the true crime segment of How Do I Rob This, where we introduce famous heists of history, because there's a lot of them. This one is, I feel, particularly fun, because first of all, I like art thieves.
Yeah.
Just you got to give it to every man who's not interested in stealing diamonds or gold or just robbing people, but just who's willing to do the nitty-gritty for a bit of art. So in 1991... a few armed gunmen entered the National Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam.
Mm-hmm.
One of the thieves had already been hidden inside the museum, so he spent a night at the museum, which also...
Lovely, yeah.
Yeah, right? So that's pretty good.
What, the film was Ben Stiller? No.
Yeah, I think so. It's like that age-old dream of a kid being stuck for a night in a toy store.
Absolutely.
Or as an adult, for a night in a supermarket. We can just eat anything and the calories don't count.
And drink everything.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what else would you do for 8 hours in a supermarket? Oh, they do have magazines. But anyway, they also collaborated with one of the guards. They forced the guards, except for their inside man, to disarm the security systems, and then they would just casually walk through the museum and pick up 20 Van Gogh paintings.
Whoa. Wow.
Right?
Sounds like a good heist.
Worth a total of $500 million US dollars in 1991 money. So that's a lot of money. Their plan was to take their car to the nearest train station, then swap cars, and then just get away. But the second car had a flat tire and never made it to the station.
You are kidding me.
No, that's how they got caught.
What? So there was somebody who was supposed to drive to the train station, I'm guessing, and that person never turned up because they had a flat
tire.
God, those poor people.
I mean, pretty much. Bad planning.
Well, what are you going to do if you have a flat tire?
Get the reserve tire out there.
Yeah.
Just like you need to learn how to change tires if you want to steal $200 million worth of $500 million worth of paintings.
That is true. But then to get that on time and be there on time, it'll be hard.
Yeah, well, I guess so. Maybe that just could have called a taxi.
Yeah, I have sympathy with them.
Yeah, I mean, there's ways. Just get on the train, split it up, or don't be greedy. Just leave 19 Van Goghs and you just take the one painting that your heart's really into.
That I'd do that. We'd do that, wouldn't we?
Yeah. I mean, this could be a Van Gogh painting. Starry sky. That's the true crime for the week. Let's hope our let's hope our heist goes better than this. This happens when I'm not drinking.
So we need to drink.
We can. Mm-hmm. You want to?
Yeah.
Cool. A whiskey?
Yes. Go. Cheers.
Cheers. Much better.
Now I can work.
Okay, we are back in 3, 2, 1. We would like to welcome all of our listeners on board. In case you are looking for the nearest emergency exit, please jump out of the nearest window. In case of an emergency, please look to your own earphones first before you help children.
Thanks.
That's as much as I can remember from the last flight.
When was the last time you were on a plane?
In October or November, potentially.
Oh, that's okay.
It wasn't that long ago, but I tend to just zone in and out of the security regulations.
I think we all nowadays.
Yeah, you can just look it up on the internet. 9/11 was an inside job. It's also something I found on the internet.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the Earth is flat.
It is.
There's a lot of fun theories on the internet. The moon is a projection. You heard it here first, although probably not first. Anyway, so I found a few fun things. You probably found a few fun things.
Yeah.
Need to drink more. So you want to go first?
Yeah, well, I mean, as you said, so the Air Force One is basically the name of whichever plane the president, the commander-in-chief is on. So for us, I think the question now obviously is, what are we stealing and which plane are we stealing?
Okay, so because that's a technical thing, like that's technically the Air Force One, but usually you would refer to the planes as Air Force One. And it's, to me, that is, and even though I brought it up, and I hate to say that because I am a Mr. Smarty Pants, but it's like one of these things where you go like, well, actually Frankenstein's the doctor and Frankenstein's monster is known as the creature. Yeah, like we know, but still we say Frankenstein. So I would say we steal one of the planes with the tail codes 2800 or the tail codes 28,000 or 29,000. Yes, because those are the two tail codes of the Boeing 747-200B in white and sky blue.
Exactly, that's what I found out too. So we just need to decide which one.
Yeah. I mean, I would personally argue whichever one's most convenient because they seem to be identical.
Yeah, they are. Just let me check something.
So
because he also has a Boeing C-32, which is a bit smaller, which can land on smaller airports.
I see.
Which is a
that
bit
makes
like,
sense.
you know, so if he's doing his rallies, He might use them. There's also, I know I brought Air Force One in this. He also has a private jet.
Yeah, no, of course, because of course he does.
But would he, the election campaign,
yes,
would he be using his private jet or would he be using the Air Force One?
I think for the election campaign, he would actually be using the Air Force One.
Because he could. Because last time he couldn't because he wasn't the president, obviously.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because he could, like it's a good symbol, and whenever he seems to be going from rally to rally, he tends to use the Air Force One. Because it's something he did for the... I'm sorry, I'm just going to turn the microphone. It's something he did for the midterm elections. Okay. So whenever he was on the road, then doing his rallies, he used the Air Force One. So cool. I feel like that bit makes sense. Then I feel for the election day, wouldn't he be in Washington? With the Air Force One grounded? Isn't that what the president tends to sit out the election?
Yeah.
Or do you think Trump will just do a Trump thing and go to Trump Tower?
No. He'd stay there. He'd stay there.
Or just go golfing. Wait out the election results in fucking Florida.
No, I think he'll probably... I don't know.
So you're thinking like a reasonable person. But it would totally be a Trump thing too.
I think he'd have a panic attack and would be tied to some chair by doctors or by porn stars.
No,
whatever
too tied to some porn star.
Oh yeah,
that's where I was going with this. Anyway, Michael Avenatti's in prison, so he's nothing to worry about. World's a mess. Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just found out some fun facts about Air Force One.
I have a few technical facts, but yours sound much better.
I'll just go with my flow for now, and but I wanted you to look at the technical things because obviously you're the man, so you do the technical things.
And as I told you before, I played my fair share of Microsoft Flight Simulator back in the day.
That's why, guys, I didn't want him to do the technical things because he's a man, but he actually said that about the Flight Simulator, and I was like,
because he's a nerd. Yeah.
Yes, no, then definitely you should be looking at that. Definitely.
That was Flight Simulator 95, which is almost as old as the plane in question.
You know what?
It's older, actually. No, it's not as old. Sorry, yeah.
I actually also played that one. 1995 or 1997.
With your dad?
Probably,
It's a dad game.
Yeah, definitely with my dad.
Yeah, that's... Okay.
When I was 5 years old. Anyway, so...
Wow, you're so young.
You're so old.
I was 10. I was already a grown man.
Exactly, some beard. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, Trump wanted to revamp the Air Force One just now and painted red,
you have that as well, yeah.
Blue and white.
Yeah. Have you seen the image?
Oh yeah.
It's
but the Democrats stopped it.
Oh really? They did?
Yeah, because it cost too much. Because actually, Boeing and Trump had a $3.9 billion deal for the new Air Force One to come in 2024, and now it went up to $5.2 billion.
So I have slightly different numbers.
Okay.
So the original deal was $4 billion.
Oh. Then
Trump renegotiated, apparently pushed it to $3.9 billion, and now it's supposed to come in at 5.3.
Yeah.
And I love his comment. I'm gonna try to do my Trump voice there. Boeing gave us a good deal, and we were able to take that. But I said, I wonder if we should use the same baby blue colors, and we're not. It will be red, white, and blue, Star-Spangled Banner color scheme. And that's even right. That's not even the one I was looking for. The one I was looking for was, I think Boeing is trying to do a little bit of a number. We want Boeing to make a lot of money, but not that much money.
Yeah.
Classical stand-up comedian Trump.
Yeah, great. Okay. That's what he said. Oh yeah. He calls it the Flying White House.
Yeah. Okay.
By the way. And also,
and the other one I call like the standing White House. It doesn't move.
And then he also said there will be a lot of new things on the plane. That's what he literally said.
I was going to say in those exact. That sounds like a very Trump thing to say. new things, lots of gizmos, some gadgets.
Oh no, that's already too much.
Technicals, yeah,
that was already too much. He literally said there's going to be just new things on the plane.
I'll love it with Bernie Sanders on this plane. Under my legislation, we're all going to be on that plane. Now, if I told you, we're all getting on that plane.
Oh, good old Sanders.
Yeah, I mean, let's see how this all pans out. Okay, so red, white, and blue Air Force One is off for aesthetic reasons alone. I highly welcome that.
Yeah.
Because
it's horrific.
And also, like, the other color scheme is iconic.
Yeah, it was that the baby blue is since the Kennedy era.
Yeah.
That's what I read.
Yeah, I also have that, yes.
And otherwise, I basically just have that where it is or where it lands, where we need to take it from, probably, which is in Joint Base Andrews Camp in Maryland.
Okay.
It's basically a military base, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense,
right?
Yeah,
it's not in Washington, D.C.
So it's something I have that's A, fun, B, good for us.
Great.
C, not as dramatic as in the film. Air Force One is not usually escorted by fighter jets. Because sometimes they'll sort of use that imagery.
Yeah.
That does not happen. I mean, it does not happen on a regular basis. Air Force One can defend itself, though. It does have air defense mechanisms.
It is a military plane, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, it does not have active weaponry. But there are passive means of sort of redirecting missiles. Yeah, you can just toss off heat flares with a heat signature, and the missile will then think that is the plane and be redirected.
I don't think I even know how missiles work. That's why I'm so shocked.
So there's heat-seeking missiles. They'll seek a heat source. You just drop off something hotter, like a stove.
Wow.
From a plane, and then they'll think, "Oh, that must be the plane."
Thanks for making it very literal for me, Sebastian.
I made a joke there. There's also radar-based missiles. And for those, you would literally throw out shredded tinfoil, because that will confuse the radar.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
So yeah, like, no one really knows what the Air Force One has in terms of defense mechanisms. It's like clearly you wouldn't want that to be known. But there's that. Air Force One can supposedly withstand an EMP, which is the electromagnetic pulse that deactivates all technical devices after a nuclear blast.
I just did a film about that. And that's why I knew what an EMP was.
I mean, to be fair, it's in a lot of films.
Great.
Like, it's in a lot of films. It's the food gallery alone can feed 100 people at any time. So big food court.
But I thought there's only like room for 43 people. Actually.
It said it could.
Yeah, it probably can, but I think the
maybe actually when landed for press conferences and stuff that you have on the plane.
Yeah, there's like journalists.
Because then it makes sense to have like 100 people on board. They can all get a proper meal. I mean, proper meal.
I love airplane meals.
Really?
Yeah, for some reason. I mean, it's all packaged, which is horrible, but it's kind of fun. It gives me something to do in the long boring flight.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so the plane model we're looking at is a Boeing 747-200B. Both of them were introduced in 1990. They're supposed to replace the 747-8 in 2024.
Yep.
Which is sort of a redesign of the 747 model line. It's a bit more efficient. The 747-8, for example, can fly from Washington, D.C. to Hong Kong straight. The 747-200B, so the current model, can only make it to Tokyo.
So it has
even though they can be refueled mid-air.
What?
So there's another... Wow, I really know a lot about the Air Force. So there's another plane flying atop them with a hose. And then they land that hose.
You gotta be kidding
No, I'm not.
You should see my face now. Like, I'm just like baffled.
No, but
my eyes
that's
are
how
big
you can, look into the camera with your, wow. That should be the Instagram picture.
Thanks.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's possible. It can be refueled, so it can stay in the air for pretty much an indefinite amount of time. I mean, as long as they have supplies, so they could stay in the air for quite a bit in case of emergencies. There are a few limitations on the plane. So the maximum takeoff weight is 378 tons. The maximum landing weight is 285 tons, so it does have to burn a significant amount of fuel while in the air, which, again, with a 747-200, isn't that much of a problem. As for anything else, it has like 4,000 square feet of space indoors. It has several sleeping and living quarters, so it is quite comfy. We could actually rent it out once we have it.
Yeah, well, we need to make money with it at some point. Also, it costs $10,800 for 1 hour flying. By the way, including fuel.
That's the most expensive plane ticket we've ever gotten on this show. Okay. But I was thinking, and now that you mention it, because I feel like the paint job is our way in.
Okay.
Especially if the Democrats said no.
Hit me.
Don't you think we could just walk up to Trump?
I love that sentence already.
At first.
Obviously, we can just walk up to Trump.
While he's golfing.
Obviously.
Well, actually, we have a plane painting company.
Is that a thing?
Painting Unlimited. We really love your idea. You know what? Your color scheme, it's the best. So we'll make him an offer for painting Air Force One.
He can't refuse.
Yeah, and it's not just going to be like this dumb the image. It's so bad. It looks like a child's drawing. He didn't draw it himself, but it still looks. It looks like there's an airline like Pan Am or something like that. And they have like a similar color scheme. Yeah.
But I mean, Pan Am, it doesn't exist anymore.
Oh. But like one of these old, because it does look like an old school airline with the odd red and blue stripes. Or like a pack of cigarettes back in the 90s.
Yeah, it's actually similar to Trump's private jet.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we'll just come up with an offer of painting that plane. We'll even include a red nose that says "Make America Great Again."
Wow.
So just to add to that. Okay. What do you think? Like,
I think we can. Because obviously we need to get to it.
Yeah.
Which is going to be really hard, and we need to make a plane disappear. So yeah, I think the basic is good. We go up to him, we repaint the Air Force One, we get on it, we fly off. You can't track it on a radar.
Can't you?
No, because it's got like this secret thing, so nobody knows where it is.
Oh, the secret thing, so nobody knows where it is.
Yeah. You can explain it in technical terms if you'd like to, but you know what I mean, though, no?
Yeah, some form of stealth technology or stealth coating.
Yeah, it's like all those atom bomb submarines that are all around that sometimes crash into each other. Have you heard of them?
Yeah. I've heard of them.
Yeah.
I've heard rumors.
Because you can't see them. Nobody can see them on a radar.
Yeah. I'll just let that stand here.
Yeah.
Even though, never mind.
What? Go on.
It's sonar underwater. You can't see underwater anyway, so you need to hear. So the stealth coat underwater protects against sound waves, which is like similar-ish to how radar works.
Yeah, for me it's all the same. I'm so sorry. It's like you can't see it on a thing.
Judith looks at me the way people look at a John Grisham novel. It's just like there's too much technical detail there.
Yeah, just
no one cares. And not even John Grisham. Who's the guy I'm thinking of? Military nutcase. Wrote stuff like Hunt for Red October.
No idea.
He wrote the Jack Ryan novels that this Amazon show is based on with the guy from The Office.
Oh, I would just not know that kind of stuff.
You know what? You're better off for it.
Yeah, no. Anyway, okay, but I'm just saying, I mean, that's good for us that
yes.
you can't see it on the
radar. No
radar.
radars.
I can use the radar in the air. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's basically it. We solved it.
Yeah, pretty much, except for all the details.
Exactly.
As to how we get to Trump, how we're gonna get enough paint to paint an airplane. Because I don't think we have to do it, because I kind of like the old design better.
That's what I was just thinking. Do we actually have to? But obviously, do we actually have to do it? But obviously, we have to have the pretense of doing it.
What if, as a proposal, we just paint an airplane? Doesn't have to be the Air Force One, but just to show off how we can do it. That's how we get to Trump. Yeah, paint an airplane.
We paint an airplane, we make it the best Trump airplane on the world, and then we go social media crazy, and he will invite us.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. So how do we get enough gold paint to cover an entire airplane? Because I feel like if the plane looks like solid gold, that's a surefire way for Trump to invite us.
Yeah, solid gold, diamonds, and the American flag, plus Make America Great Again on one plane. It's going to be the most disgusting plane on the planet, but but I mean, we also you're thinking about the paint. What about the bloody airplane that we have to paint?
Well, I mean, okay, so if we go
need to impress him.
All right. Here's the thing.
Okay.
I think we shouldn't go for like a passenger airplane. There is one airplane in Russia which is permanently grounded.
Russia, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Permanently grounded. It's a Learjet, I think. So one of those private planes. Mm-hmm. Smallish. You can rent that plane to take photos inside of you sitting inside a private airplane.
Have we talked about this before?
Yes, but I don't know in which context.
No, me neither. Kind of rings a bell.
But it is a thing. I probably told you about it as soon as I read about it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so I feel like that might be, because like it's grounded anyway. It does not fly. It's for social media purposes. And
it's Russian.
It's Russian, yeah.
I think that's a very good idea.
So we go for Putin first. I love how unnecessarily convoluted this is. Okay, so we go for Putin first.
Well, is it Putin's plane?
No.
It's just Russia.
Any plane in Russia is Putin's plane.
Yeah, that's true. But that's great. But how can we paint this private jet you're talking about in Russia?
I imagine painting a plane is not unlike... I have no idea where the sentence is going. It's not unlike painting a car or painting a boat.
Yes.
So I will now text Oscar to see if because Oscar owns a boat. I'll ask him if he's painted his boat to get some more inside information on yeah.
But I bet there's like a YouTube tutorial how to paint airplanes.
But I'm sure that, you know what? Even if they are talking about model airplanes, what does it matter?
Or
just use more paint.
Or we paint a small airplane and make it look like it's a real airplane. You can do that with Photoshop.
Yes.
And videos.
Yes. Video shop. You can video shop and Photoshop. No, I know that was a joke, okay? I know.
I was going along with your joke.
But you sold it very well.
Yeah, thank you. It's the German in me. Yes, so, but what about, because then we save a lot of money and a lot of, I don't know. I mean, it would be more fun because it would probably create more of a social media frenzy, fuzzy thing if not Putin's private jet, a Russian private jet.
I think for the social media frenzy, but I do like the idea of actually having like a model of the Air Force One, because like you can easily get a get a 747 model of the Air Force One in paint.
Of course.
And then instead of like using the silly, classy baby blue paint, we're just going to use whatever Trump wants on that model.
Yeah.
So we have something to give to him.
Yeah.
Like Trump loves his gifts.
Yeah.
And then as we also have the credential of having been to Russia to that plane, we can show him we can also do it to a real plane. And you know what? We're going to do it for cheap. So you're just going to blow the budget up to 5.4 billion.
I wouldn't say not even. I would go really cheap.
We can't go too cheap for Trump.
That's true.
If he's an idiot.
Just for the Democrats, though. Okay. What about 1 billion? Is that?
Oh no, I'd say just adding that to the Boeing budget. So it would be just 100 million.
Okay. Now I get you. No, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's absolutely fine. Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of zeros.
So we would, but would you want? I misunderstood you there. Like, would you want to paint the Russian plane first and then make the model, or is this all simultaneously at the same time that we have it all kind of ready?
I would actually say paint the Russian plane first. Mm-hmm. Then we're just going to paint the model while we are in the plane to Washington D.C.
Okay.
Or more likely to Florida to his golf course. I think we're more likely in the pre-election
wherever he
phase
invites us to. Oh
yeah.
I mean, we also have to look perfect as well. Obviously, again.
Yes.
We have to be Trump supporters. We have to make fake social media accounts where we are loving Trump. I'm really sorry. Like, it's bad.
Yeah, no, but we can be.
But we need to make that happen because he needs to love us.
Yeah, I can really sort of picture you as a Fox News style anchor.
I don't know if this is a compliment or not.
Neither do I.
But yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, and I'll just. I
can look very American.
Yeah, I'll just do kind of like a younger Piers Morgan.
Yeah, that's totally cool. And I'll just.
Yeah, you'll just.
I'll just do my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay, I think we have a plan.
Yeah. Okay, then let's look into a few things.
Yeah.
Go on a research break, and then we'll be back with more fun insights into getting to that plane. More whiskey?
Yeah, why not? So early still.
Yeah, that's you. Oh, you still have the light design for Instagram. Something I haven't seen in ages.
The light design?
You can swap to dark mode. Great. Stop falling. Not you. Fine.
You need to give it some whiskey as well.
Maybe.
Do you want some water?
Yeah. I'll take some water. Yes, I'll have some cheese, please.
Ew. Ooh. Spicy.
Okay, we are back in 3, 2, 1. So, give me a ticket for an aeroplane. I ain't got time to take a fast train. My lonely days are gone. I'm going home. My baby just wrote me a letter. Now she gets it.
Yeah.
We're back from our research break.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of another plane-related joke or comment other than that.
It's good. It's fine.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's fun.
It's fun.
It's very fun.
It's good.
Yeah.
Good.
Post in the comments below how fun that was.
Good.
Okay. So I was looking into Private Jet Studio. That's the name of the Russian company.
There's a private jet.
There's a funny story. So you can rent that out, that private jet. But also celebrities will occasionally do it.
Why?
We can have a
but they would then fly with it, though, no?
No. They stay in the grander plane. And usually it's like just to have a photo shooting in the plane.
Okay.
So you
a
go.
gangster photo shoot, hip hop.
Yes, unless you are rapper. You probably know him better than I do. Bow Wow.
Oh, it was Lil Bow Wow back in the day. Bow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay. And then because he grew older, Lil Bow Wow, he was like 13 or 14, and then he was older, and then he called himself Bow Wow, and not Lil Bow Wow anymore.
Okay.
I used to have a crush on him.
Wow. Bow. Lil. Okay, wow. So he posted a picture of himself on a private jet. When actually he just took a proper commercial flight, and someone sitting next to him just took a photo of him on that commercial plane, and posted that with the comments. So this guy, Lil Bow Wow, is on my flight to New York, but on Instagram he posted a picture of a private jet caption, "Traveling to New York today, suck me hard."
Whoa.
So, you can also use it for that.
Great.
Now, how much would you pay for a 2-hour photo shoot on that jet without a photographer? So you can just bring me. How much do you think that costs?
Like literally, or how much would I pay?
Okay. How much do you think it'll cost?
I don't know, 1,000.
You're off.
Like way off?
Not way off.
1,500.
No, still off.
10,000.
Still off.
No.
Actually, it's getting worse. It's 167 euros for a 2-hour photo shoot.
167?
Yes. That's Russia for you.
Oh, great. Great. Oh, this is going to be so cheap.
Yeah, this is going to be actually pretty affordable. This is where we actually run into problems, though.
Oh, no, why?
Because painting a plane is not as easy as I thought it would be.
Why? We don't have to fly with it. It doesn't have to be secure and safe.
Okay, so we can already scrap step number 4. Make sure that everything is up to standards and regulations.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to make it a bit cheaper. But the first step, stripping the plane to the bare metal, either by sanding it or using liquid dissolvent. That, even on a Learjet, is going to be an issue.
Oh,
that's step
God.
1.
But
step 2, having it inspected. Again, I'm going to scrap that.
Yeah.
Then we'd have to use a primer, a base coat of enamel, and then a top coat of epoxy, adding some extra shine. That sounds like a lot of work to me. I would actually recommend we just book the photo shoot for maybe 2 or 4 hours. Yeah. Let's say we'll book 4 hours. We're actually going to have a photo shoot inside.
Oh yeah, I need some new pictures.
Inside a private jet. Yes. That's the kind of roles
I'm going to cut my hair, so I need new pictures. So.
Oh yeah, you just give me a call.
Mm-hmm. But on the private jet.
On the private jet.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take a few pictures of the plane and then Photoshop that.
You sure you can do it very well, that you wouldn't see it? Also, how are we going to create the news social media frenzy by ourselves?
Bots. I'll look into
are we going to buy
how to acquire bots.
People?
Yeah, you just get bots. Like bots, have some AI design.
Robot?
No, we're not going to have robots on phones and laptops. We'll have an algorithm doing that. But I'll
okay, so you look into that.
You can get chatbots that are at least as smart as a Trump voter.
And what they like, comment, and share.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah. They'll do that, and you can. So the Republican Party is heavily reliant on bots.
Oh my God, my world is crashing down even more.
Why? Did you not know this was a thing?
No.
No, no. On the internet, no one knows you're a dog or a bot.
I need to drink some whiskey.
Yeah, sometimes I am. You know when you get these images and it'll be like, which of these images contains a flight of stairs? Which of these images contains a traffic light?
Yeah.
And you go like, there's like an inch of a traffic light in that image. Does that count?
Yeah.
Or does it not? And then I'll just fail the test a couple of times.
I never fail them.
I do fail them a lot. And sometimes I wonder, am I a bot myself?
You might be, Sebastian.
Yeah, I know.
It makes total
Perfect
sense that I always not fail them and you always... Yeah.
So anyway, just today I watched something on Vox. Like the YouTube channel and American news outlet, not the German TV. No, not the German TV channel. No, like Vox News, what they're called.
Yeah.
And that was about AIs writing texts. And it's essentially the same thing that does predictive text on your phone. Mm-hmm. And they are pretty good at doing a style. They're not very good at accurate facts, but they can totally produce bullshit.
So we're fine with the social media frenzy.
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I just need to look into how much we're going to pay for that. Also, I can Photoshop the image potentially not well enough for someone of moderate intelligence to believe it's real.
But
we're talking about Donald Trump.
Yeah.
It's going to be fine.
Yeah. And bots.
Yes. Yeah, no, they can just...
That doesn't matter.
Endlessly retweet it.
Yeah. And we can... Yeah. That's cool. Oh, it's going to be so cheap. So the model, by the way, because we're still going to have a model.
Mm-hmm.
Or?
Yeah.
The model costs $55.
Okay, also something I really like about this is that as we are in Russia and taking our commercial flight from Russia to Washington, D.C., we'll just be posting pictures of ourselves on the private jet.
Oh, yeah.
Claiming that we are on that private jet at the moment.
Bow Wow style.
Bow Wow style.
Yippee yo, yippee yay. Where my dog's at? Yo, hear me now. Or something like that.
Yes. Other generic rap phrases.
No, it's actually a song.
Yeah, I know, but it's just generic rap. Yo, where my dog's at? And where my hoes at? And where's the party at? And where my gold at?
You should be a rapper.
I should 100% be a rapper as much as I should be a singer.
My nose. I swear it's here. Sorry about that.
Good content.
Yeah.
Okay. $55 dollars.
Because it's $25 shipping to Germany.
What?
I know.
I still have a $100 Amazon.com voucher, so that's free.
I remember. I get. Oh no, I didn't. Did I already get mine?
I do not know.
No, I don't think.
Have I told you that I? Yeah. Well, fuck Amazon. Anyway.
Okay, fuck Amazon.
The company, not the rainforest, because one of them is already pretty much fucked. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Anyway, we know that's free. That's on. I'll pay for that.
With our money.
With our money. Mm-hmm. Or potentially my money, depending on whether or not I already paid you or bought you dinner or whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's all I really... Then I researched a bit about Trump's private resort in Florida, which is called Mar-a-Lago.
Mar-a-Lago. So yeah. That's also the one where he had the Stormy Daniels thing. That was in Mar-a-Lago. She's the porn star.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
she's very funny on Twitter, by the way.
Because this house was actually built for presidents by somebody called like Meriwether Post or something.
Good name.
In 1927. It's got private beach, pool, spa, tennis court, golf. Important. 2 ballrooms. It's got 126 rooms. But also, you have to pay $200,000 to become part of this club. So you can become part of the club, and then the yearly fee is $14,000. But it's actually like paid. The actual resort is actually paid for by the state, but Trump is actually making money with these.
No, of course, yeah.
Yeah. Just to put that in there.
But we don't need a membership to be there.
Absolutely not. No, that was just like
No. Also, I can confidently golf.
Because you do it on your Wii.
I've also been to the golf course once.
I did some mini golfing. What's it called? Crazy golf in English, I think.
Yeah.
In German, mini golf.
Yeah. That's the putting, and I've done the like the first hit, whatever it's called. It just escapes me for the moment. From the tee. When you
definitely need to golf, because what I can't do, I can't pull the woman thing with Trump. That's where it stops for me. I can't do the sexy golf thing. I just can't. It's too degrading.
Yeah, fine. Then I'll golf with with him.
Thank you. No, I just can't.
Which also, like, the good thing is, like, if we want to, because like he's not a sporty bloke, but he's been golfing for like 40 or 50 years. So he's probably much better than I am. So maybe what we need...
But he would like that.
Yeah, but maybe just to like even the playing field a bit, we'll just get you some camouflaged clothes.
Okay.
And then you'll just be...
Pretend to be a golf ball?
No.
Okay.
Pretend to be shrubbery. And then just hide one of my golf balls near his. So he thinks it's a...
Oh, I know. I see you. You're like golfing, and it's really far off, isn't it? So you can't really see it. And then there's like
you'll be just
I was like rubbing on the floor
in a gilly suit.
Yeah. Going and getting it. Yeah, cool. No, that I can do that. That's totally fine, because I can have a camouflage green suit.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, I once had a performance when I was 11 at the Grüne Woche, the like Green Week here in Berlin, where I played a bean. I was a bean, and I had a green...
If you played a pea, Trump would love that.
Why?
Think about it.
No,
it's a homophone joke.
I don't want to think about it.
Because pea sounds like urine, and that's what Trump did in the... hotel in Moscow.
I was thinking it had something to do with that.
Yeah. Okay.
No, but I was a bean. Anyway, I was a bean, and I was wearing this green suit. Very, like it's perfect for shrubbery. It just reminded me of that.
Okay.
I can totally feel the role of a shrubbery. Yeah.
Just gonna put a gilly suit on the budget.
Oh yeah. Do you have the model? Yeah.
Yeah. Well. Look, I'll find something, I'm sure. Like, there's a huge paintball community where you can just sort of get all sorts of camouflage clothes.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that's not going to be the issue. Yeah. Okay. So, I golf with Trump.
Yeah.
And then post-golf, kind of as you do, like, après-ski and skiing, and Trump doesn't drink.
He doesn't drink?
He doesn't drink, no. Can you imagine him being drunk on top of being Trump?
I'm really shocked.
Yeah. No, he does not drink. Only Coke Light.
Ugh.
I actually like Coke Light. I've always wanted to be the Coke Light man. But so after that we can...
You're not a sexy footballer, I'm sorry.
That's Pepsi you're talking about.
Oh.
I am in equal parts insulted and flattered. No, just insulted. So after we'll talk to him as the, conservative pundits that we are, and with our multi-million-dollar company.
Oh, it will be great. We can think of a really great backstory.
Yeah.
It'll be so much fun. What's your name? Are you going to be Sebastian?
No, we'll not be Sebastian. No, it needs to be something along the lines of Piers Morgan.
I like the name Pierce. Why not?
Yeah, but it's Piers. It's not Pierce like Pierce Brosnan. It's Piers Morgan.
Yeah, but Pierce. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm Melanie. Oh no, I can't be Melanie. See, ooh, shit.
Oh no. Trust me, he would not make that association.
Wow.
Melanie, it's a name. I've heard that name. No, all of a sudden he sounds like Patrick Star.
I've heard that name before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't do it.
Sounds weird. Yeah, just, okay, so you're Melanie or Melody?
Melody.
Melody, okay.
I'm Melody. And we're business partners. But obviously you're the boss of the company.
Yes, because I'm a man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and women can't be in charge of things like countries.
Or companies.
Or companies. Okay, fine, so I'm Pierce. One Pierce with IE, the other with EA.
Pierce, basically.
Oh, Pierce, yeah.
Or Pierce.
Or Pierce. Yeah, and which is confusing, like as soon as it gets to Pierce.
Junior?
No, like the Piers.
Oh.
Piers is Piers.
Like the piers where you have your yacht?
No. Like the Piers as in peer pressure.
Oh, see, there's so much we can do with this.
This is complicated grammatically.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll walk up to him. We have like this amazing aircraft painting company.
Well, he'll also be super excited to meet us.
Absolutely.
You know, we've made his dream come true. I can't stop talking this voice now.
Well, then just do it. Let it go. Let it all out.
Let it go. Okay. Yeah, I will. Yeah, so go on. Yeah, go on.
We're just going to make him a deal.
Yeah.
We're much cheaper than Boeing, much cheaper. Boeing, actually, in fact, Mr. Trump, Boeing totally trying to rip you off on this one. They are totally trying to rip you off. They're trying to pull a number. You know what? You were the one who called it, and you were absolutely 100% correct. They are not your friends. They're not your friends, Mr. Trump. We are your friends. You know what?
We're your friends, Mr. Trump.
Yeah.
I'm just going to repeat what you say.
I'm loving that. A little too much. Which, we have a better offer for you. We're going to paint the Air Force One. You know what? Actually, we're a fair company. If you don't like our work, we have a model. But if you don't like our work, we'll just paint one first. We'll paint the first one for free.
But I just wanted to say, why don't we paint it for free? Because we want to support his election campaign. And wouldn't it be so much better for him to have an Air Force One with red, blue, white, gold, and diamonds to go everywhere? Yeah. We can be like, this is our support. He can't say no to this.
I would actually say we'll just do the first one free.
Yeah, okay,
and then
fair enough.
Then because we're also businessmen, and he only respects strength.
Yeah.
So we'll do the first one for free to support him.
Yeah.
But to celebrate his re-election, we're also going to paint the second one.
Great. And obviously we're not painting any.
No, we're not.
Are we?
We'll get into the plane. I've looked at their flight manuals for various 747 models.
Yeah, that's the thing we haven't talked about yet. The thing we haven't talked about yet is the day we go to paint the airplane. Yep. But what I was thinking, because obviously we're a big company, can't we just bring a pilot? Yeah, exactly.
Okay, fine.
I know you really want to fly, but I really also don't want to die, Sebastian.
Everyone and their stupid will to live. Okay, fine. Yeah, no,
because he can just be a worker.
Yeah, and we'll just get a commercial airplane pilot. I mean,
thank you.
Yeah, that's not going to be the issue. You know what? We can get any Ryanair pilot.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sure, wasn't there something a few years back when a few aircraft staff were let go?
Yeah. And also they don't earn anything, so.
Yeah. No, we can cut a pretty fair and reasonable deal, I think. So yeah, we'll get the plane back to Berlin. Or do we?
Yeah, see. What do we do with the plane?
Because I think
we need to hide it somewhere. Will it be safe in Germany, you think?
We could fly to BER. For everyone not in Berlin, Berlin has been building an airport for the last 15 years now.
I don't even know when the opening date was.
Yeah, its opening date was originally, I believe, in 2013. Maybe. I'm just going to really quickly look that up. Yeah. Anyway, this whole thing has been an absolute disaster and the laughing stock of the entire country of Germany.
I think it costs Berlin what? how many millions a year to keep this airport going? Like 2 million or 100,000 a day or 200,000 a day? Because they've obviously like also built tunnels, and there's this train, this ghost train riding back and forth.
It was originally planned to open in 2011. It's 2020 right now for all listeners in the future.
And it's still not ready at all.
Not even close. And they've already had to replace like a lot of the interior installments because they're outdated by now.
I just can't.
Anyway,
we are going to fly. We're going to be the first plane to fly into
BA. because technically, like, the runway is finished. We can land there.
Mm.
And then maybe just rent out the plane as flats. As student flats.
Yeah, that's great.
It does have living quarters, so we can just have some passive income.
Is there any university in Schönefeld? Or like
there's one
right?
near it. I think Humboldt University has a campus there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's great.
So yeah, I would say that's a plan. It's a solid plan.
And it's also like we're giving something back to people too.
Okay, so we'll fly to Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Do a 4-hour photo shooting for like 350 euros.
Mm-hmm.
Take pictures of you inside the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Take social media pictures of the two of us in the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Take pictures of the plane. Then I'll Photoshop them into whatever paint we like. We have our army of AI bots.
Yeah.
They will endlessly retweet it and send it to Donald Trump. I'll be golfing with Donald Trump while you'll be hiding in a ghillie suit.
I love this part.
Yeah, me too. Hiding the golf balls to make it look more like an even playing field. Then we'll just casually talk to Donald about painting the plane, which like it really needs to be done. Like that Kennedy era. Like
so
everyone's always been talking
school.
about like Kennedy being the best president of the past 100 years, but now clearly it's Donald Trump. So let's just
I mean
100%.
Obviously.
Yeah, so we'll just get our commission to the second plane.
Mm-hmm.
If we land that job. She gets it.
I always get your jokes.
I know.
I just don't always
Not
laugh
all
at
of them
them.
are funny. You're right.
Because I'm just honest with you. That's what I am.
It hurts. Honestly, hurts. But you're right.
You've known me for so long now. I think you're used to it by now.
I know. Anyway, so then we'll have a plane flown over to Germany because somehow you don't trust me to fly a commercial airplane.
I'm so glad I got that one in. I'm so glad you didn't veto
land
that one.
in BER. Okay, so shall we just do a budget plan real quick, see how much this costs?
Yes, absolutely.
And then we'll be back. Okay, and we are back in 3, 2, 1. And we are back from our little budgeting break over here. Not a terribly expensive heist. I feel like we say this a lot on the show, but even though the first class flights, oh boy.
What you said from what Moscow?
From Berlin to Moscow for the two of us, first class on short notice, because I hate planning. 6,096 euros.
That's okay.
Is it though? It is? Okay, fine. 6,000 euros though. Never mind. Okay, so the photo shoot itself, fairly cheap, 334 euros.
Mm-hmm.
The tickets from Moscow to Washington DC. Oh, we need to go from Moscow to Florida. Never mind. I'll just add a few thousand.
But he's going to invite us.
Yeah, but we still need to play in Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
Let's just keep the number, and maybe if it gets a bit more expensive, it does not matter. 14,020 euros.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have to hire a Ryanair pilot for 2 days.
Yeah.
Good thing, like 2 days are fair. 1,066 euros. Get the airplane model for 55 euros. We also need to get some paint. I'll just add a bit to the budget in the end. Golf balls for 45 euros.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like 75 golf balls. I think I should easily get through the course on 75 golf balls. Also, apparently, Trump, to no one's surprise, cheats on his handicap.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Classy. But we'll be cheating too, so... I'm scared that I'll be, like, meeting his, camouflage woman in the bushes.
It's a man for him.
Okay.
100%. Trump does not have women working for him. except for his daughter. The good daughter.
So wrong.
Yep. So that's 21,616 euros. So add a bit. So give or take 24,000 maybe.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh, I still need a ghillie suit for you. I was actually, because I really want to know how much a ghillie suit is. I'm actually going to do this live on the show on Amazon Prime. We still have a voucher. I'm right, the plane is free. So, never mind.
Well, we can use the Amazon voucher for something else,
confusing.
for something fun. We could like
whiskey.
Get some whiskey. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We get each other.
Also, we've already had 2 whiskeys, but it doesn't feel like enough. What ghillie suits are like? Oh God, they're so cheap.
Oh, that's boring. Show me.
It's like 50 euros for a good one. Do they have them in your size though?
Look like the Grinch. You can also just get a Grinch suit. I'd actually prefer a Grinch suit.
Okay, I mean, fair enough. I just want to see if they have them in... Oh, no, they don't have S or XS.
Yeah, I think extra small would be better.
Well, okay, let's...
I can also work with S, I think.
But they only have M, but...
I can also work with that. I'll just wear lots of layers.
Tighten it up.
Florida.
Yeah. No, we'll just give you lots of belts and tighten. You look like the Swamp Thing anyway. Okay, so yeah, that's this heist solved.
Great.
Air Force One will then be turned into, like just your pretty average student-style apartment.
Yeah, we'll rent that out. We
have passive income until our dying days.
And hopefully it will help
us get rich.
And
us get richer.
And the good...
Some students find an affordable place to live in an overcrowded city.
Really would sabotage the election, maybe.
I think... Okay, I think if Trump, a few days before the election, lost Air Force One...
Exactly.
That would certainly backfire on him.
Thank you. And that's what this is about.
Yes.
And
You're
us
right.
getting rich.
Yes. And getting Joe Biden elected.
Don't say that.
Dementia 2020. This has been How Do I Rob This, the podcast where we plan the perfect heist. We will be back next month on the 7th of... It's going to be April then. You can follow us at How Do I Rob This on Twitter, at How Do I Rob This on Instagram, on Facebook. How Do I Rob This is... wherever your podcasts live. We also have a video version of this podcast on YouTube if you want to see our pretty faces live as we speak and have a glass of whiskey. Where can the good people of the internet find you?
Oh, on Instagram, Judith_Jewmaker.
It's going to be in the show notes. It's difficult to explain the spelling here.
Yes.
I'm at SM Weisbach on socials. At the Oscar Brown, who's usually taking the spot next to me. Actually, he's taking the spot I'm sitting in right now, and I'm sitting in your spot.
It's very confusing.
Yeah, I know. I feel like a house cat, robbed of its like regular habitat. Anyway, it's been a blast. If you want to leave us a review, that really helps with the algorithm. You can also recommend us to a friend, or if you really hated the show, recommend us to one of your personal enemies and make them suffer through the same.
Yeah, great.
Other than that, leave us a like if you are on YouTube, and just do your thing.
Do your thing.
Cool. Thank you. That was a very, very good topic.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Cool. Yeah. I'm happy. I thought about so many things. I was very nervous
I do as well. I've also got like so much artwork already prepared.
Yeah, I've definitely. I also had another one. I'm not gonna say it, but in case in any way I have to substitute any of you again.
Oh, you'll be back anyway.
So I won't.
Shape or form.
So I won't tell you what it was.
So this is the one I designed for the day we'll be robbing Amazon.
Nice.
Right. And that day obviously will have to come. Like that's always my go-to topic in case something goes wrong. Mm-hmm. Because that'll never not be relevant.
Oh, we never came up with a name.
I was thinking of Mile High Club.
What about, shall I...
Oh, we're still recording. Yeah. Shall you... What?
Shall I write you...